Hello, this is GenXPCGamerGuy. This is my review of a PC space strategy game called Starship Corporation. This video will first describe the game while displaying basic information and showing actual gameplay. It will be followed up to express notable things about the game, including what I liked and did not like about different aspects of the game. I will then suggest several improvements and include a basic rating of the game. And finally, express any future replay potential. So, let us get started.
Starship Corporation is a space strategy game where you roleplay as the inheritor of the family's neglected starship building corporation. The goal of the campaign is to rebuild the corporation into a galactic corporate empire. The strategic map has star systems, which is your playing field and places to put corporate resources. The strategic turn is a business quarter, or 3 months. You examine all the options available at star systems and determine your ship's missions to be taken once you end your turn. At first, the corporation has several old ships available for use, as well as resources to design and build several types of starships. The company can use its own ships to go on missions, take missions from the local systems, or create ships that meets a customer's need. As long as the company has the money and tech to build the components of any design, you can start creating a custom ship. A larger and more complicated ship will take more quarters to build. You can research new ships and improvements for existing designs. Each ship design you create needs to be evaluated in simulated combat and emergency situations using several parameters called standard operating procedures, emergency response strategy, and hostile encounter program. A ship's parameters and components help determine if the ship meets a customer's requirements, or how the ship will perform during missions when under corporate control. The simulated combat and emergency situations can be auto-resolved, or you can choose to manually run the real-time test cases for your design for many listed scenarios. The game is not free to play, and there is only one downloadable module that you can purchase, which seems to focus on cruise ships. This game interested me with the presentation of the idea of creating ships with detailed custom layouts, versus generic spaceships with only system swaps available in a lot of games. Also, I am supportive of indie developers with potentially interesting ideas that I happen to come across. I liked the idea running tactical simulated combat and emergency situations as part of a checkout of a ship design. There seems to be a lot of optional situations to run and most are well done. If you are a tactical sandbox type of player, and just interested to see what happens when one makes changes a ship's design, then you can just limit your play to just the evaluation simulations on the ships. The ship design part where you put modules into the ship and run simulated scenarios is functional and visually decent. However, if you are like me, when I ran the tactical simulated combat and emergency situations manually several times, I quickly determined it is simply better to auto-resolve the ship parameters to save time. Therefore, when you take away manually running the simulated tactical drills, you are left with the strategic game, and the main storyline campaign. The playboard, or strategic map, where the action takes place, is visually not impressive or clear. For example, a lot of the missions' locations are represented as a colored circle on the map. And, as long as the circle is larger than a few pixels, you can find the mission location or obstacles to avoid. However, if you complete several missions, the circle shrinks in size, but in a lot of cases does not disappear. So, pathways you might think were safe, turns out to have nearly invisible sticky points which you cannot clear out. The other problem, from a tactical satisfaction point of view, is that when missions are run, outcomes seem to depend entirely on the ship's predetermined parameters. Therefore, random chance and not player skills becomes the tactical resolver. It would have been nice if a version of the simulated combat was used for the real tactical situation, or at the very least a choice to use it or not. Overall, the main storyline only focuses on the strategic action, and leaves tactical to basically a roll of the virtual dice against the main 3 ship parameters. The simulated tactical drills can be fun, because it seems new when you first do them, but they get quickly tedious to do again and again for every new ship or change in design. I would rate this game between a 3 and 4 on a scale of 10. It did not hold my interest for long. If this game came out decades ago, I would have rated it higher. The style, and how it plays, would have fit better with the late 1990s or early 2000s. If there is ever another update, I might look at it to see a hopeful sign of progress.
This is the end of my video review of Starship Corporation. I hope you enjoyed the presentation and found it was informative at some level. I am GenXPCGamerGuy, and thanks for watching my video.
We are just getting started on this site. Please subscribe if you like. Everyone be safe out there. Goodbye.